Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back with some more Rise of Mordor for you today, and we have the Battle of Moria, as the Dwarves of Erebor have come to reclaim their halls and take back this lost kingdom from the Orcs of Dol Guldur. Unfortunately, we don't have the Orcs of Moria here today to obviously take on that role, but Dol Guldur will make a mighty foe, and a worthy foe, I'm sure, and the numbers are not looking so great right now for the Dwarves. They have 7,000, and they have to face about double their army, double their army. So it's going to be a tough test, but if anyone can do it, it will be the Dwarves of Erebor. But yeah, this is a scenario that I set up on my Discord, so if you want to get involved in some scenario battles on Rise of Mordor and want to feature on the channel, then do feel free to join. The link is down below in the description. Join the Discord, and yeah, it'd be really great to have you guys there. But yes, the Dwarves are ready. We're on the Moria map, which is on the workshop. I'll leave a link for it in the description. It's a pretty cool map. Unfortunately, like the guy that was making it, unfortunately lost the like his files, so he never could really get around to completing it. But it looks pretty good, and it kind of serves its purpose as Moria until we get the main one from the mod team, which I'm really looking forward to. But as you can see, the Orcs of Gundabad are, well, Orcs of Dol Guldur, I should say, not Gundabad, are ready. They look awesome as well. I mean, they still look really good en masse as well. They look amazing. Like rank after rank of like heavily armored Orcs just look awesome. But yeah, if you're enjoying seeing Rise of Mordor on the channel and would like to see some more, then do remember leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. It just seems like at the moment all of the dwarves are just setting up, getting ready to go. It's a very thin line really of dwarves. They can't really afford to go much further forward. What we've got over here, we've got Erebor spear guards. These guys will be ready to go up. But yeah, it looks really good, and I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we've done this battle before, and you guys really enjoyed it. So I felt like we'll do it again, but this time with like the more updated Dwarven roster, which we never actually did. We did with the old roster, and now that we have all these new units, maybe the Dwarves have an even better chance. Because I think, actually no, I won't spoil it. I'll leave a link for the old video if you want to go check that one out as well, because it is an epic one. Already we have the Archers of the Red Mountain here. They're already firing off some shots. I think probably those skirmishers that are ahead of them. I mean, no point really wasting ammo on them. These Mirkwood Raiders really aren't really worth your ammo. I mean, hey, you'll get a lot of kills, I guess. You'll rack up like, get that KD up, and you can see already wavering, like less than 200 men, just under less than 200 men. It's kind of worrying. But yes, you can see lots of pikes, lots of shock infantry. This is Dol Guldur's like strength, and this is something that the dwarves are gonna have to deal with. Is pikes. Pikes. I mean, they've got halberds. They haven't got any pikes of their own, so like they will lose out on that sort of range battle for sure. And then also shock infantry. I mean, Guldur Glabe's not the greatest shock infantry. They probably can be beaten by like most swords. But champions of Dol Guldur, if they're anywhere, oh, they might be all back here actually. They will be a problem here. There's some champions of Dol Guldur here, way on the back of this slope. So yeah, the idea is kind of like the dwarves and Dol Guldur kind of clash with each other in the center, and you kind of just go from there. But we'll see who makes the first move. It may be Dol Guldur comes forward first. He is already actually bringing forward his Javis really close. And they are like, I mean, they're doing a bit of damage to these Erebor crossbows. They are actually killing a few of them. They are getting absolutely vaporized by those dwarves, literally about, what, 10-20 yards away. So that will be, yeah, you can see already waving. Wow, 70 men they went down to. They were probably gone for good. And already the dwarves have actually managed to rush up and actually managed to engage with a Javi here. They kind of surprising that the Javis just stopped and allowed them to charge him. But yeah, these dwarves actually kind of lost a few men. And now you can see that the Orcs are coming forward with their Guldur blades. I'm going to see lots of archers now firing. Here we go. The hordes sent out by Moria, by Azog the Defiler, are here to do their work. And yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's a shame that we don't have an Azog sort of model. That would be really cool. We need Thorin as well, of course. We do have Dane. Dane is here. He is commanding like the center over here. And he was actually at the battle in history. But yeah, we don't have like any of the other members of like Thorin's family. If you want to... you haven't got his grandfather or his father. Which is a shame. Here we go. In come the Guldur blades. I'm going to see a clash of shields and swords. Dwarves are deciding to opt for the shield wall formation. And there we go. In they come. And the hordes go in. The shock infantry's not too far behind. I mean, they don't want to sit there too idly because they will get shot by crossbows. Crossbows, the only weakness of them is that you need a direct line of sight to hit stuff. I mean, so that's always a risk. And we'll go over here. We've got Erebor Axe Warriors. We've got, yeah, Erebor Axe Warriors. So we've got a lot of heavy infantry being thrown in over here, which is always good to see. Golden Glaives as well over here, battling away. And it's just a really long line of fighting going on across the front now. Like, look at that, just across the entire front, just infantry, infantry, infantry clashing. Erebor's kind of pushed out a little bit over here, though. This unit's kind of getting isolated and murdered. Dwarven warriors here kind of, yeah. Maybe shouldn't have pushed out formation so much. And there's shock infantry coming in. So you be careful there. Over on the far, like, Dwarven right, Orc left. Got Erebor Axe Throwers here. They kind of like get caught out. They don't want to get caught in combat. More of them there. They're actually wavering. Wow, these guys are not that great, it would seem. Halberdiers already getting thrown into the front line, it would seem. These are just the Erebor Halberdiers. Maybe a little bit laggy, but that may just be because there is about 1,000,001 orcs in the battlefield. But as soon as they start to die a little bit, hopefully it will get a little bit better. I do apologize. We've got massive warriors waiting in behind the lines. I mean, there isn't too much in the way of like really heavy elite shock infantry. I think the best shock infantry available might be Dwarven Barrack Guard as generals. I think are probably some of the best. And also over here, I think there is some like Erebor Axes. Maybe not then. I don't know. I thought it was, yeah, Arid Myth from Veterans. I thought there were some of these guys were here. So I mean, at least you got some pretty elite shock infantry, and they should be able to do some sort of damage to the champions of Dol Guldur. Hopefully. As you can see, Dwarves starting to lose in a few areas now. Not good. Seeing this combination of shock infantry and infantry, certainly a good combo for Dol Guldur at the moment. For the dwarves, they've got a task on them here, a big one. Good to see shock infantry losing here, Golden Glaives losing. That's always good, though. It depends on how many men they will take down with them. Over here, the Spear Guard as well, battling away. They should do okay. The Spear Guard's actually pretty handy. It may get quite a lot of kills. So we just need to be careful, though. There's this shock infantry here coming around the flank. As you can see, sneaking around the flank. So this is a bit of a risk. And what we've got coming over, some Erebor Axes going to be sent over to try and combat these Golden Glaives. And it's a good counter to be sending up there. And as you can see, they're going to try and flank these Erebor Spears here. But how successful they'll be, who knows. Polearms have been sending into the center as well. They just need to pull back a little bit with the swords because they're not quite on on the same same angle, if you put it like, I don't know, that's not the right term, but yeah, they need to fall back a little bit just so that the infantry attacks the polearms, basically. That's what I'm saying. No surprise here though that the Mansion Claim is doing really well. These guys are just wrecking lives, killing as many orcs as possible, and they will continue to do that. I mean, I didn't realise, to be fair, like if you look at this, like look from this angle here, like their capes like got a bit of a purple sort of tinge to them. It's really cool. Never really realised that in all the hours I played this mod. Golden Glaives losing over here. This is always a good sign. Anything losing for the orcs is a good sign, unless you're rooting for the orcs. Then what are you doing? And also, well, fair enough. But yeah, how dare you root for the evil forces of evil? It's like you want all these awesome nations and races to die out. Got shock infantry in the front lines here, actually. I think it is, anyway. Erebor Axe Warriors, and yeah, there's these Erebor Axes here. I mean, if they're very sneaky, what's this? Champions of Dol Guldur. They could, if they wanted to, try and sneak a unit around the flank here. I mean, they are winning on this flank anyway. They may not need to. You don't need to worry about that at all. What are the numbers looking like? 6,000 versus 12,000. How many did you... kind of interesting. Yeah, the dwarves lost about 1,000 and they killed off about 3. Going off that, they should be able to win, but obviously Dol Guldor's able to send in more and more fresh troops, while Erebor, they're kind of already throwing in a lot of stuff. Put it like that. There's a lot of dwarves already being committed to this front line. Look at that. The front line just goes on. Just a mass of dark shapes. But yeah, there's starting to be some sort of wavering in some areas. I mean, this is a bad sign over here. This was really well played by the orcs, actually. These Erebor axes, they're beating these Golden Glaives as expected, but they're getting shot in the back by Merca trackers. And even Merca trackers, you know, they will do okay against a shock infantry that's its back turned to it. They'll do perfectly fine in that. These Erebor axes started off looking like they're going to do pretty well. Not so much anymore. Down to 90 men already is a bit of a concern. And you can see here, look at this. This unit, I don't really know if there's I guess there is a gap here. Just did a pretty shoddy job of getting through it. It's kind of like, I don't know. A lot of the unit here is kind of like pulled through. This is kind of just what I was upset about. But yeah, they're going to try and silence these crossbows with the Golden Glaives. And I'm trying to get pole arms up as well to try and also help my front line, which is starting to waver in some areas. Which is not good. Over here as well, as you can see, the shock infantry is also trying to silence my crossbows, which it is doing, but I am winning this fight. And I now have air myths from veterans as well. They're coming up to support and just quickly annihilate this unit. And look at them. Look at them ready to go with their massive hammers. I am losing in a few areas now, and my allies come in with shock infantry. He's sending some warriors of the Red Mountain. They're being sent in. Another good shock infantry unit, to be fair. But we now have the pikes up. The pikes now in the front line for Dol Guldur, and they're going to do damage. You can imagine these guys are going to do a lot of damage. Where are the goat riders when you need them? These guys would they'd be handy. Get around the flanks. Do some hammer and anvils on these pikes. As you can see over here, Erebor's kind of winning, being a bit aggressive now. I mean, his halberdiers could do maybe moving up a little bit more. These axe throwers here, getting focused down. A good match, it seems, to Merc with trackers. They don't seem like they have it in them. We're about to see this champion Dol Guldur here. I don't know what he's exactly doing. My general's under attack, apparently. Oh, he's going into combat, yeah. No wonder. There's a big gold gap over here, and he's trying to save these. Trying to save this pole arm here. It's getting flanked. Should be able to do it, but then he may need to go over and support it elsewhere as well. You never know. But yeah, these pole arms getting just murdered. It's not having a great time, and I'm starting to lose in a few areas here. And kind of stupidly, I've sent my air Mithrans like after this big blob here, which is kind of being contained as it is. So I should send them over to support the Gold Blades. Erebor Axe Warriors, yeah, they're not doing so great now. They're starting to get a bit tired, I think. Pikes coming forward again in the centre. What are the numbers looking like now? 4,000 versus 10,000. Or 4,500. It's okay, but more and more orcs need to die. We need a general to get killed off. Don't know if they've really committed any of their generals, but could do with the general being killed. Certainly not my general, though. Seems like over here, look at this. I mean, these halberds now getting focused down. It's a real shame. I mean, they seem to be doing okay on this right-hand side, containing them. These aerial axes, don't often see them, but they've got a really weird assortment of axes going on. The pikes are starting to have their influence in the battle. Iron Guards in the centre still barely lost any men. Look at that. I mean, in fairness, their shocks now, the shock's like way ahead. The Iron Guard here, they're doing their bit. Look at these two, like this lone Iron Guard and this Magic Warrior out here. They're just challenging everyone, taking everyone on. I love it. I mean, they're losing here though, the Iron Guards. That's not a good sign. And I'm starting to waver here and break here, as is my ally. And it's deciding that Dane's not worth throwing in. I mean, there is pikes there, in fairness. Probably not the wisest of ideas to throw him in. My pole arms over here have just about won their fight, but geez, they're battered. 67 left. My generals are going to be sent into combat. I just gotta hope and pray this Barrack Guard can do a lot of damage. He's winning again though, he's only lost 9 men. I need my spears on the flanks to kind of hold, but the centre is not looking so great now. And they're flanking my halberds once again. And there you go, in the centre also breaking as well. It's not good, the dwarves are starting to lose troops, it would seem. And in key areas, and now my crossbows and archers and stuff like that are getting silenced. That's my allies. Archers actually. It's down to 3,500 against 8,000 though. So I mean, going off the current ratios, we may still be okay. But with every dwarf that dies, that's a huge loss. Much more of a loss than it is to the orcs, losing 1 orc. And that's because orc lives don't matter.
Forces have found their courage. Back to the fight.
Look at this, over on this right flank. I don't know why they're not pushing harder. There's literally nothing here to worry about. I'll be pushing around these halberds and like trying to silence them. Like just surround stuff now. Same with the crossbows. Get the crossbows up. Start shooting stuff in the back. Like worst comes to worst, they're gonna have to. They'll pull stuff away from the front line to challenge you. But I would start pushing stuff forward. Need to start winning in some areas. Certainly not winning over here. These halberds have been through hell, and they're still going through it. They're getting surrounded now by champions of Dol Guldur. Having a rough old time. It's either this. And it's either this or they get surrounded anyway. And I imagine that's them breaking, yep, just now. My general decided not to go and help because he's too close to the pikes then. So he's in one of those rough situations really about where he goes. My ally sent over some Dwarven warriors trying to help sort of consolidate the position. It's kind of going all wrong on my side. Spears still holding this line though. They might want to send up pikes here, my Dol Guldur, just to try and force back the spears. It might be the easiest way to get them through. It seems like the pikes have done a lot of damage elsewhere. Might be the answer here. I mean, now they have like a gap in the line here, and they can just throw anything through it. I'm like desperately shooting this pike down, but there's so many more pikes that can just replace it. It's so frustrating. Because I really want to just try and get my general. I mean, it's a bit of a risk at the moment with so much shock infantry here. But I really want to try and get my general around the back of some of these formations and try and either like get behind what's going over here or down here by the spears. Try and get him in. But as you can see, there's a massive chain route going on here for the dwarves. It seems like a lot of wavering, a lot of breaking. Halberds have finally got it, and yeah, they're into the back lines here. I mean, you've got a sword here that needs to go in and deal with these Goldo glaives. Over here, though, it's kind of looking pretty good, though. I mean, right-hand side's looking pretty good. There's a lot of routing going on here now for Dol Guldur. And, like, some tiny little dwarven units, even crossbows that are in combat, are helping to rout a lot of this army. Like, this is a lot of the Dol Guldur troops being broken here. Dwarves don't look so healthy, though. They've looked better. But there is a general here. And actually, there's two generals in fairly close vicinity. There you go, an allies general's died. That is actually this army here that's just lost their general. After doing so well. Unfortunately, the Dwarven Barrack Guard just overcommitted, you could say. Just one too many fights they had to take on. And look at that. That poor little Dwarven Barrack Guard surrounded, cut down. He's had a bad day. And now we got more coming in, more arrow bow axes and all sorts of other stuff being sent in. They're going to try and quickly rally their troops, even though they lost their general. I mean, Cerebral Spear Guard is going to be in a bit of trouble. It's getting charged by a general, and it's also facing Goldor Glaives. Bit of trouble there. Center is starting to, like, it's the joints in the army where it's weakest. And here is one of those joints, and they've kind of got broken through. It's where the center and the left kind of join up. In fairness, these spears here, though, they've done pretty well. I mean, they are Iron Guards, so I expect no less. Look at them. Iron Guards still look so great. I'm so glad that they added this unit. It looks such a nice, bulky unit as well. Big fan of it. Now we've got Champions of Goldor. They're doing their bit over here. Yeah, they're starting to turn this fight around. The spears are starting to lose. My general is way in here as well now, trying to take on 1,000,000 foes as well. Don't know if it'll be enough. He may just be holding on just to stop the whole horde that is on the side breaking through. Spears celebrating for some reason. There is still plenty more enemies to come, son. I wouldn't start celebrating just yet. You can see over here the crossbows are in desperate need of some support. The general is trying to save his spears, but in doing so he's left his crossbows kind of unattended, and the center's not looking so great either now. It's a real bad sign. Dane Ironfoot's really beat up. He's down to 50 men. And he's been sent in now to go and deal with stuff. You can see Dane in the front line there. And there you go. My general's died. Unfortunately, I think he died at like with a lot of men left in the unit as well. Yeah, with 40 men left in the unit, it's quite a lot for dwarves. Especially with the 100-man unit. Kind of surprising to see him die so early. There's Dane. Can we get a kill? Can we see him get a kill? Let me know in the comments who's your favourite dwarf, and like the sort of like in the Lord of the Rings or Middle Earth like sort of history. Is it Thorin? Is it Dane? Is it Gimli? Let me know. Be interested to know what you guys who your favourite dwarf is. And there you go, enemy general dead. So at least we got one. So I think that's this one here that's wavering now. That's gone. See a massive chain out going on this side. The dwarves are probably going to win on this flank, but it's going to be like so little left. The numbers are not looking great now. It's 1,000 versus 4,000. I mean, credit to the dwarves that they got it this low. But it may not be enough. They're going to need a bit of a miracle. They're going to need the goats. I'm telling you, the goats need to arrive. That or one of the twirly whirlies. They would be quite handy. If you've not seen The Hobbit, you will have no idea what I'm on about.
Enemy units have rallied and returned to the battle.
Yeah, these crossbows just not doing that great. I mean, I'm not surprised they are losing this fight. I mean, it's only these very light skirmishes and like a really weak Goldor blade. I would have thought that maybe the crossbows could have held on, but apparently not. Apparently not. I mean, it doesn't help now that they're getting surrounded technically by Mirkwood Raiders. Yeah, and the general's dead. So yeah, that's kind of my army out, I think, at this point. That is, yeah, my crossbows break there, and it's just down to this side over here. Which, I mean, there's a decent amount left. They can like quickly route everything here. Then facing this might not be impossible, but they're going to need to do it quickly, because otherwise Goldor arrives with just under 3,000 men left. Now these spears, I don't think they know which side's the front line anymore. They are totally surrounded, these Iron Guard. Totally surrounded. I can think of no worse thing for a spear unit to be surrounded as well. Like anyone else is kind of okay. Spears is such a hard weapon to turn and fight with. Here we go. Spears now starting to arrive. Pikes, sorry. Pikes aren't arriving. They're going to stand them on top of the swords, have a bit of pike stacking going on.
Our ally has been vanquished by the enemy.
An ally has been vanquished, sadly. So that is the centre gone, I think. So it's now just down to the right hand army. So I mean, well done to this Dawn player. But yeah, look at this. Archer's breaking 132 men. That's probably one of his largest units he had on the battlefield. And that broke first, sadly. But yeah, so it seems it's going to come down to just a few dwarves, and it seems like Moria is going to be held onto by the orcs. Unfortunately, they could not cut down Azog, the Defiler, and scare back the hordes of orcs. It seems like it's going to be a bit of a valiant defeat for the dwarves, but it was a pretty fun scenario. I mean, even still, I think like maybe the dwarves were outnumbered by an army. Maybe if we gave like the dwarves a slightly like another army, but like small, it may have been perfect because they would have had enough troops to have that final showdown there with the rest of the troops in the center and from the right for the orcs. But anyway, yes, this was one of the scenarios that I did. So we'll quickly have a look at some of the end results. My general getting 357 kills with Barrack Guard, 144 with his Dwarven Warriors. His Aerobax is getting 123, 109 with the Aerodmith from Veterans. Definitely could have done better with these guys. My Axes here, my Axe Warriors getting 220 kills, very nice. My Mansion Claim is 156, definitely would have liked them to have done better. They actually got outscored by my Spears, got 193. My Polearms, the end, nothing great. My Crossbows did really well though. 411, 371, 350 basically, and 369. So really well done there. Then we got Goldie, who was playing as I think he was the final dwarf standing. 183 Dwarven Barrack Guard, pretty damn. That's like pretty decent, but definitely would like to see that hit at 200. Then you got the Dwarven Warriors at 123. Erebor Axes at 269. Did really well with his shock infantry. Erebor Axes here is what Erebor Axe Warriors getting 216, 253, 374, really good. Spears 250, Halberds both getting 213, very nice. And his Crossbows 217, 243. Then we have Cuppa Dance who's playing as Erebor, the final Erebor led by Dane, 150 kills. We'll call that with Dane, 140 odd kills. And then you got 111 here. Then you've got Massive Warriors with 173 kills, the best one. And then you've got his Dwarves of the Red Mountain getting 181. His Spears are pretty well 296, 364. And his Archers getting 187, 212. Then we have Karpov playing as Doguldur, 128 kills with his General. His like Blades, 117 the best one, 119 maybe the best one. And then you've got over here you got Glaives. These guys, yeah, not so great at all. 99 kills. Then you've got the Champions Doguldur, 180, and you've got Guldur Pikes here getting 126 kills. Not too bad at all for this Pike unit. And yeah, the Javies and Archers did really nothing. Bad Omens playing as another Doguldur army, 107 kills with his Champions Doguldur. His Swords, nothing insane, 64. And then you got like his Glaives here getting 89 kills. His Champions Doguldur they're getting 271 kills. His Pikes 132, and his Archers surprisingly did pretty well, 151 and 140 kills. Mythic, who's playing as one of the Doguldur armies as well, he was on the right facing me, and 101 kills with his General. His Swords getting 174, sorry, and then his Glaives getting 140. And his Champions getting 78 and 85, which is a bit low, but I mean they are still very healthy. And you got the Pikes with 58 kills. They definitely could have done a little bit better, but it did not matter. And we got Sachex, who was playing as the final army of Doguldur, 61 kills with the General, 64, 110 with the Swords. And you've got a Shock Infantry there with the Glaives getting 80 kills, 234 with this Guldur Glaive. That did really well. Then you've got Champions of Doguldur getting 277, Pikes getting 202, really well done, and the Javies getting 106 kills. So there you go, guys. That is the Battle of Moria. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And until next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.